Bennett Kessler filed this following report. What a difference a year has made. Last year, Mammoth Mountain CEO Rusty Gregory announced the closure of June Mountain for the 2012-2013 seasons. Now, residents of June Lake were hit hard. Now, word is out that June Mountain will reopen December 14th, weather permitting. Well, let's hope we get some weather for the snow. According to a press release from Mammoth Mountain, June will offer free skiing and riding for children 12 and under every day all season long. June Mountain will be open 7 days per week, and the press release says that the free entry for kids comes, quote, as the resort focuses on the beginner and intermediate experience, end quote. Now, the release also says the resort will offer for the first time beginner packages for substantial discounts. The resort press release says that Mammoth Mountain pass holders will be able to ski June for free. Now, June Mountain General Manager Carl Williams is quoted as saying that personally and on behalf of the community, we're really excited to see those lifts turning again. Williams called June Mountain a great place to learn, be comfortable, and have fun. Now, according to the news release, upgrades to Chair 1 and snowmaking infrastructure are still in the planning phases, with information available after the opening. Remember, it was last July that CEO Gregory announced that the closure of June Mountain was based on finances. Gregory said that June Mountain was losing $1.5 million per year. He said the mountain's lenders pushed for a better financial picture. Now, since that time, residents of June Lake and others have fought hard to get June Mountain back, including attempts to discourage Mammoth Mountain's land trade that until guarantees for June Mountain came forward. Now, in April, Gregory did go public with his plans at a Mono County Supervisors meeting. He also said his new management team would focus on June Mountain along with Mammoth Mountain. Well, Bennett Kessler also filed this story. As expected, the California Public Utilities Commission did vote to approve $10 million in state money to Digital 395 to complete the fiber optic line project. Now, originally, California Broadband Consortium, the owner of Digital 395, received roughly $20 million from state and $80 million in federal stimulus funds. Now, according to the PUC resolution approving the additional $10 million, these funds are needed because of new pole loading requirements, unanticipated boring costs due to environmental and cultural issues, and construction costs for the so-called backbone of the system that will connect anchor sites in our community. Now, bureaucratic permit fees ate up nearly $1.7 million of the Digital 395 funds. Project builders dealt with 41 government agencies, and on top of this, California Department of Fish and Wildlife required a mitigation, monitoring, and reporting plan for the desert tortoise population, which cost an unexpected $3.7 million in fees. The PUC's changes on pole load requirements will cost an extra $2.5 million. Now, when asked which areas of the Eastern Sierra still need work, Mike Ort of Praxis, the company building Digital 395, said 8 miles in the Inyo National Forest, which he said would complete the backbone of the system. Now, other areas of construction include June Lake, Benton Reservation, Lone Pine, Walker, parts of Bridgeport, Johannesburg, Pickle Meadows Marine Base, and some other areas. Suddenlink Cable had recently announced increased internet speeds in Mammoth Lakes, and officials said this was the result of Digital 395 completing its work in Mammoth. Well, when the Mammoth Town Council cut nearly half of the staff at the Mammoth Lakes Police Department, officials said they wanted a volunteer program. Police Chief Dan Watson had agreed he would do that, but advised that volunteers cannot perform all of the duty of sworn officers. Now, Chief Watson does have a volunteer program in the works, and he lined out what members may be able to do. Bennett Kessler filed this story. Now, Chief Watson said that the volunteer program coordinator, Karen Smart, recently led a volunteers meeting. 8 local people turned out, and Watson said, we came up with a list of possible tasks. He said volunteers can perform administrative duties like manning the front counter, handling inquiries and calls. They could also do live scan fingerprint searches, filing, and assisting with traffic direction and other duties for pre-planned events. Chief Watson said there is also the possibility of reestablishing a neighborhood watch program in Mammoth Lakes. He said to do that, It would require a volunteer head of the program, block captains, and community patrols. Now, Watson said volunteers can also check on the homes of people on vacation and can respond to help assist to secure a crime scene. The next step will be for the police department to put together a training program. Now, the chief said coordinator Karen Smart will come up with a curriculum and arrange for instructors and some individual training. Well, the Pacific Southwest region of the U.S. Forest Service has decided to prepare a single environmental impact statement for the forest plan revisions for the Inyo, Sequoia, and Sierra National Forest. The forests are implementing the 2012 Forest Service Planning Rule, which emphasizes public involvement and collaboration among stakeholders while gaining more efficiencies through a more streamlined process. Now, a press release from the Forest Service says the rule focuses on the role of the forest within the larger landscape, with consideration given to all lands throughout the 3 phases of forest plan revision: assessment, plan development, and monitoring. Now, currently the forests are finalizing the assessment phase of the process. Assessment reports will be completed individually for each forest, as will a separate forest plan and record of decision. Now, the Inyo National Forest will schedule public meetings later in the fall to inform interested parties about the Inyo National Forest Assessment Report, which will be released for public review in October and finalized in December 2013. Now, the assessment report will be based on the information contained in the 15 resource topic papers that were available for public review through September 1st, and will consider the public feedback provided on those topic papers. Initiation of the National Environmental Policy Act process is expected in early 2014. If you would like any more information about the Inyo National Forest planning process, you can call 760-873-2516. Well, let's take a look at another video from the big bicycle weekend in Mammoth Lakes. This very cool one from On Point Productions.
The Mammoth High Sierra Falls Entry in Grand Fondo is pretty unique because this ride starts at 7,000 feet of elevation, and the highest elevation we hit on the course is 8,900 feet. So we're starting at high elevation, we go even higher, and in the course of the ride we ride 102.6 miles and climb 6,880 feet. So it's a pretty demanding ride by any standard, plus it's at elevation.
On this course is unsurpassed. You have the eastern Sierra Nevada mountains as the backdrop. The ride starts at the base of Mammoth Mountain in an alpine environment. You get into more of a sagebrush steppe, desert environment, and it's truly the Wild West. The only stoplights on the course are within the town of Mammoth Lakes. Once you're on the open road, it's just a few right turns, and it's amazing.
And then also the Kamikaze Bike Games are our umbrella event, and up at Mammoth Mountain there's all kinds of high-level mountain bike games and rides going on, and demonstrations and competitions, and it's just a fantastic time in Mammoth for road and mountain bike cycling.
Well, that's a very nice video. Great bicycling weekend in Mammoth Lakes from On Point Productions. We'll be back with more news.